at this point. But sure, I mean, this, the input you want is gonna be on you guys. Yeah, honestly.
Let's put it in this perspective. This has been a long stretch, and none of them think
Yeah.
Let's get it right. Get the questions asked. I'll see what I can find out about the 60. I'll see if at some point Tim can send somebody out to actually mark, so you visualize things better, or put it on a map, or whatever. I don't. Yeah.
We did have a letter from Licking Township Fire Department
Yeah,
and
but-
also from the bus garage.
And the post office.
Right.
Do you have those to share?
I don't have copies, so I can see all these, once I get back.
You want to read them, like short?
I did send these to them when I sent the resolution.
So Tim's already put these into account?
I'm sorry?
Tim's already put these his letters into account with what he's given us?
I don't
I
know if
did
they got
send them
full-
to him.
Yes, okay. I'm assuming, I told him initially that to expect some, but I never heard one way out of whether he got them.
And I talked to Tim too, is, when that's the south side of that, if we do go with the cul-de-sac, that when we ditch, we can fill up. Put the fill in there to help cut down on costs. So all we mainly have to do is get stone. Yeah.
This is a letter from Licking Township Fire Company. This letter is in regards of our conversation about the end of Cooper Rider Road. The Licking Township Fire Company is not the primary covering fire department of Cooper Rider Road, but we do provide automatic mutual aid to the area. As we can't speak for your primary fire department, the Licking Township Fire Company prefers cul-de-sacs on dead-end roads, as this enables us to turn tankers and engines around faster and easier in a water shuttle operation during a fire. And then if you need further assistance, feel free to call Chief Wilson. And we also, from the postman, we got Columbus District backing policy from the Postal Service. Backing is inherently hazardous. All backing accidents are preventable. U.S. Post Office and Columbus Performance Cluster policy on backing dictates that drivers do not back unless absolutely necessary and only when there is no other choice. And then it goes on further about backing. Then we also received one I sent to the bus garage. Bowling Green Township trustees are considering improving the end of Cooper Rider Road. The board would like to know your opinion on what would be the safest and best situation for your equipment to turn around. Our options are a T-shaped turnaround, which is pretty much what is there now, or a full 90-foot offset cul-de-sac. Please indicate what you feel would be best for the buses that travel on Cooper Rider Road by marking one of the two options below. And they marked the 90-foot offset cul-de-sac.
How do you feel about an on-site meeting? That way, maybe at the location, opportunity for Tim to mark it, to show us, and have any residents that are concerned ask questions and see the visual.
We can, we already had one down there.
I didn't show these things.
My understanding of that was all right. You know,
Can I ask a question? Now, if you got something on print, then you better make it clear. If it's got curb on there, you better make sure your engineers know that you're gonna put gravel on that, because you're gonna end up with a lot of problems.
yeah, well, we'll have to talk, we need to talk to,
Because that's a lot of money.
yeah, you can't afford putting curb and stuff around that.
And you don't want to hassle if you got it drawn up with prints on it, and you're gonna put gravel there. Better make it clear.
Yeah, we can have a meeting down there in town. If that's what you guys want to do,
When do you want to do it?
whenever Tim It don't make no difference to me.
Once you give us some possible dates, we'll get over to Tim and see when we can get something down there. Just agree dates and
What do you need, at least a week ahead?
You just, looking at the estimates, I mean, I don't think any of the assessment forms, the estimates on this. account
It
for-
don't call for any curb or concrete work,
Right.
or no asphalt. All the estimate is required, one here is just gravel.
Right.
It's already wrote down in here, just
yeah, just
one
one.
estimate.
Just wanted to clarify, I mean, I know it's on here on the design. but-
Uh-huh,
Well,
yeah, it's on the design, but
estimates
it's
are
not
accurate.
on the estimate.
I think what he is doing is giving a visual, but the letter that accompanies it talks about these being a standard construction drawing.
Yeah.
Not a drawing specific.
Yeah, it's just something that,
It's a standard.
mhm.
I think that's why he chose that verbiage.
Yeah, because in the estimated cost, none of that's involved.
And as a matter of fact, the very fact that it's intended to be an example but not precise is further shown by the fact that this one document is approved in 1997.
Mhm.
So it's intended to be what a normal cul-de-sac would look like.
We also have a telephone pole about right there, right in the driving area.
That telephone pole's 90, it's 90 feet past it from the end of the cul-de-sac.
Well, it needs measured out to make sure, because we don't want to, there's no cost estimates figured for moving any fences or poles or utilities.
Well, if the utility is located in the right of way, then typically those costs are on the utility to relocate.
They're not addressed here. That's why if we saw an out there marked out, it would should help, especially if this isn't really what we're doing.
Hey, Jack, did you say Tim's got
It's
that
already marked.
That's what I thought, it's already laid out.
Every so many feet, they got, that's marked, and it's an offset cul-de-sac. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's,
That's what I thought, it's already laid out.
I don't know what the engineer hasn't done.
I was under the impression they staked it.
yeah,
I think Will would know better than anybody.
yeah, there's stakes.
I measured that pole. That pole is 105 feet from the end and 16 foot from the center line of the road. If you look at that schematic that he has on the tabs, I think, Dan, you probably know about drawings, you know about tabs, how tabs work. You go down and you get a 60-foot right-of-way, which we have. Then you have to decide on item B. Look on the drawing, you look at item B. Which item B are we gonna have? Which is the actual width going into the cul-de-sac. Are we gonna have an 18 or 20? So that means you're gonna have 18 and 20 specification right at the width, at the opening of the cul-de-sac. Then you have to decide on a 10 or 12-foot wide right-of-way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, that's what Jeff asked. I got another question for you. This thing has an indication that 50 feet on here, as you can see in two different locations, equal about, what, 1.5 inches? Do you imagine, if you look at the right-of-way line at the end of this cul-de-sac, if you look clear to the, like if we were on the road, if you look clear to the west, how far do you think it is, if you can measure that off 1.5 inches at a time, to even the center of that bulb? That's probably at least 2 inches to the center of the bulb. And there's probably another at least 4 inches more plus to get to the start of the opening. If 50 feet are 1.5 inches, the pole is 105 feet, and it's 16 feet off. Yeah, there's a fence even before the pole. Within about 10 feet of the center line of the road, there's fence posts. So if you go by this drawing and you look, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. When you say 50 feet on this schematic,